He's a very cool guy. We've had him on our weekly talk show, Drop Frames, multiple times and chatted all sorts of stuff with him. And yeah, absolute gem of a person. All right, here we go. We're playing Deus Ex Mankind Divided right now. We're going to be playing Prey tomorrow. We got a lot of stuff. We're also going to be checking out Stasis later tonight, a very cool point-and-click adventure game. It's super dark. Yo, they're just murdering people?
Why he didn't listen. Let's see what we have. Fuck! Then why did he run?
What's the holdup? So?
So we killed a citizen.
The city's on lockdown. A true citizen would respect that. Get him in the truck.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm glad you're okay, Adam.
I brought you a present from the Alps. Compliments of Victor Marchenko. Be careful with it.
Is this the orchid?
Yeah. Marchenko tried to kill me with it, just like he did Rucker. Think you can get it analyzed?
Yeah, we got a couple of scientists on the collective's mailing list.
All right, time out. Before I just completely miss it, people kept telling me to look in the background of this scene. Remotely Senses, true story. I went to a concert where Mike Shinoda's bus made it across the border, but Chester's was delayed. Mike played 45 minutes to an hour of acoustic Linkin Park to keep the crowd happy. Still have spine shivers from that concert. Really? It's amazing. I hadn't heard about that. That's freaking amazing. Big congratulations to Offgendon69. Thank you for being here. You'll be contacted by a moderator for detail acquisition. There we go. That is the gentleman you want to be following right there. Official Mike Shinoda is the Twitch TV name. So yeah, toss him a follow. Again, you won't be disappointed. And thanks as always to Mr. Shinoda for the raid. We really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. And welcome to all of his community. Okay, look through the window. Chat saying. Let's see.
Some of them are already culling through the files you and Janus pulled from the bank.
I see.
I'll let you know what they find. Oh, and we also ran a trace on that email you gave me from Rucker. It originated from an unregistered pocket secretary in Hong Kong.
Oh, it's the red-haired girl in the top right. How is she even out? That's insane. Dude, there's this red-haired girl that just randomly follows the main character around this entire game, and nobody knows who she is. And there's freaking a lockdown. I mean, we just saw the cops kill a random person in the street. And there she is. Nuriel says, Offgendon, your whispers are blocked, so I can't contact you about your prize. Mr. Offgendon, if you don't mind opening your whispers temporarily, my moderator Nuriel will be contacting you, if you could. Thank you. That's one of the only ways we can get in touch with you. So if you could do that, we'd appreciate it. Okay.
Oh no, who sent it?
Not yet. It's been shut off ever since. But we left a trace running, so if it lights up again, we'll know.
Good. Something big is coming, Alex. Ark's being framed for a terrorist attack that hasn't occurred yet.
That's crazy.
They're gonna take more lives, blow up another train station? Jesus, Adam, look at it out there. Any chance we had of easing fears and fighting people's hatred will be gone. That piece of shit UN legislation will pass, and we'll all be thrown into AUG-only hellholes like Udalek.
While Nathaniel Brown sits back and earns trillions.
Brown? That slick suit from the Santo Corporation?
Page said Brown was calling the shots, and in Switzerland, Marchenko said Brown had confirmed date and time.
But where? Brown's been traveling extensively, promoting Rabia and his Safe Harbor initiative. His next junket's in London. But if he's behind this, he's not gonna attack himself.
Maybe not. Marchenko also mentioned someone who can tell us. But I have to meet with Miller first. How soon can you get the sample analyzed?
As fast as possible. If you're meeting with Miller, Be careful. You walked into another ambush in Garm, and Miller's not off my suspect list yet.
We'll see.
Damn. Okay. Salmon.
Hey, who's there?
Hey, Neo Satori, what's up, buddy? Oh yeah, people we know about the red-haired woman. There's been a lot of like speculation and stuff about her. Oh god, these things are up too. Dude. Traveling is gonna be a nightmare. Can we even travel? Yeah, have fun. Not dealing with that turret again. Oh! I guess that's how we're traveling. Okay. These boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. And one day, okay. Boom, 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 boom.
I knew when Rucker died, something would spark. Cut it out, Gamo. Gamo?
This game is so pretty. Ooh.
Those who might be out.
Now we're gonna have to invis up. Jamie picking another notch, Co. Onwards and upwards, my good man, with the 55 months. Thank you, bud. Appreciate that, Jamie. Thank you very much.
Dead. Crazy bitch killed herself, I guess. Or maybe one of these other clanks knocked her off. Her father's been harassing everyone for the...
We're fucking riots in Golem City.
Yes, Nico, I need to get out of
Oh, they're talking about, yeah.
I heard something.
Check it out.
The girl that had all her limbs ripped off. Okay. Does Kona have the Silent Steps upgrade? I don't. No.
It is you.
Tall, dark, and
again.
augmented.
Oh no.
Milena, you didn't take my advice about giving up on forgery.
I know. But trouble is, I've got a talent for it. And it's a real growth market. As soon as you got me out of that thing with Dragomir, I had like 20 emails from Samizdat. Do you have any idea how difficult it is for art school graduates to find a specialist subject these days?
The permits aren't enough for police anymore, forged or real.
In Prague, maybe. But it turns out I'm multilingual when it comes to falsifying border passes. Lucky, right?
If it works, I'd say lucky.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Super Commando Man. Oh, don't mention it, Milena. If there was an easier option, you think we wouldn't take it? I was less stressed out when I was working at gunpoint.
We may not agree on your methods, but I'll let you get back to your work.
Coming from you, that is like the gold star seal of approval.
Commando. Yes.
We'll talk about it later.
Greg says Bumblebee Tuna. Ah, Bumblebee Tuna friend. Your balls are showing. Bumblebee Tuna. Yeah.
I suppose you responded.
Oh.
I am willing to volunteer on the
Edward.
mailing list too.
Edward Braun. Thought we activated your permit.
You did. Whatever you did was enough to fool them.
Doesn't seem to have done you much good.
It kept me out of Golem. I wouldn't have made it this far if it wasn't for you. But now, martial law changes everything. It's Warsaw 1982 out there.
Warsaw didn't have drones.
I remember them going into people's homes, accusing them of things they did not do, being part of organizations I have never heard of. It was clear to me that it was all happening again.
So you slipped away, went underground. How'd you know to come here?
I heard a message on the radio. They were saying that martial law was being used as an excuse to round up anyone. And then I look outside and I see this with my own eyes. The police acting indiscriminately, just like 82. So I decide to do exactly what I did then. I hide in the sewers. And I start to find others. People who are scared and looking for safety, just like me.
I'm sorry it came to this, Edward. I know how much it meant to you to stay in Prague.
It's not about me anymore. I am one of the lucky ones. All these people down here, we must stay together. We must help each other to get through this. They are my family now.
Dude, the water on Jensen's
Good luck,
prosthetics
Edward.
looks awesome. My lord. So what happened to the other guy?
Welcome to the underground. I owe you an apology for hacking your info link.
Don't sweat it. I'm assuming you had a good reason.
Samizdat's usual channels are all bugged. I couldn't risk an audio communication being traced back here.
You're little K, right? You don't sound local.
I wrote some things that made me have to delocalize a long time ago. Been living story to story on a Schengen visa and a language implant ever since. Never expect a short story from a long-form journalist. You want to know why I brought you here? The police raided Samizdat last night. Cleared us out. We were broadcasting until they pulled the plug. Radios, flyers, mail bursts, the makeshift media van. Getting the message out to our subscribers if they needed a refuge. As you can see, it went a little wider than we anticipated.
What happened to Kay?
Kay is me now, according to the Samizdat Manifesto. It's all very third-wave socialist with a dash of martyr complex.
Good to know. But I mean, what physically happened to him?
Right. His name is Yarek. Yarek Drobny. He's being held by the police along with Bones. No contact, no bail, no rights. Plausible deniability.
He must have known the risks.
Well, he was open to the existence of risks.
Uh-oh.
When you showed up, it should have been a wake-up call, but you were reasonable. The state? isn't reasonable.
This isn't what I call laying low. Aren't you afraid the police will find you again, finish what they started?
They already got the cake. Bones, the backup servers, even the shitty coffee machine. Enough for them to call it a win and get back to indiscriminate brutality on the streets.
Where were you when this happened?
Right here. Running our little home away from home. Our sources tipped us
Right,
off about
Corvinor?
the martial law. Either we could write about it and throw our hands up. Boy, I sure hope this massive rights violation doesn't end up being too awful this time. Or we could enact a readiness plan and really do something.
Yeah, when we first met, I called you pamphleteers. I guess I should apologize.
Oh no, we were pamphleteers. Now we're pamphleteers, jury-rigging an underground railroad.
Fair. X-Snyder says, hey, Co, longtime lurker since Kingdom Come Deliverance. Anything like that in the pipeline? It depends on how you would define like that. I mean, this is in some ways like Kingdom Come Deliverance in the future. Kingdom Come Deliverance is what I would call an immersive first-person sim in a lot of ways with RPG elements, which is funny enough like this. We're also playing Prey tomorrow. If you're talking about the setting, like if we're going to be doing like a fantasy or historical RPG, I don't think we have one of those on deck right now. We've got Dying Light 2 coming up, God of War, Prey tomorrow, Stasis this evening, and then in February, Sifu, Horizon Forbidden West, Elden Ring, things like that. So, yeah. Yeah, am I going to skip Expeditions Rome? I don't know yet. Oh, Stalker 2 is not until April, and we are doing a Stalker franchise playthrough, but yeah. Blocks the Flowery. One day it's going to happen.
So are you running a resistance cell here or a campaign room?
Why not both? Now Samizdat has a captive voter base we could run for the Senate.
It's organized resistance then.
Peaceful resistance. We're working together to get people under the cordon and out of Prague. It's a happy accident of a police state. Well, I say happy when everyone's repressed, they can see past their prejudices.
Or they shift the blame. It's gonna take a long time for those prejudices to heal.
As long as certain people can profit from keeping the wounds fresh. But you knew that already.
Yeah, the next big FPS RPGs we have are Dying Light 2. You could argue that's one of those. Stalker 2 is in April. We also have Starfield coming out later this month. That could be pretty cool. Although it's much more FPS than like immersive first-person sim. Shadow Warrior 3 is out this year too, and we're going to be doing 1 and 2. You'll have to see. Stalker may get delayed. Stalker might get delayed. I agree. That's a thing. What's Starfield? Starfield's Bethesda's next big one. Yeah. It's at the end of the year. Starfield is coming out later this year. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say this month? I meant this year. Yeah, I'm sorry. I meant this year. Yeah, Stalker 2 is April. Starfield is end of the year. Shadow Warrior 3 will probably be towards mid or end of the year. I'm thinking they're supposed to announce their release date at some point. They announced a week ago that we're going to get the release date soon. So,
I'm pretty sure you didn't call me to put up posters. What's the deal?
We've made a plan. We're getting people out of the city starting first thing tomorrow. I want Yarek and Bones to go with them, but first we need to bust them out of jail. Tonight.
And you think I'm the kind of guy who breaks into police stations?
Are you telling me you're not?
Fine, I'll get them out. They're being held in the temporary police station downtown?
Yes. By the Monument Metro. Once you're clear, take them across the plaza to the Uneda Cleaners. We've cached everything they need for a long road trip along the old NATO decommissioning zone.
That's your escape route? Puts getting them past the state police into perspective.
It works on paper. And gives them these new identity documents, a lot of new identities. We found a very good forger. We're keeping her from a bright future in a Pika's newsroom.
It
Too
is
many
you
people.
again.
We'll have to borrow more trucks. Can we get back into the city trash depot tonight?
Have you come to help
We've
us?
already taken so many.
I did.
Maybe we should consider freight train.
By the way, big thank you for
You
our
don't know
second
vessels,
of
trains,
2
or fleet.
giveaways by
I don't.
Qua, a
I said that
long-term member of our
it's highly
community,
radioactive.
who over the
That
last
would be bad.
4 months has been
Okay, I will
tipping
call my
for these
brother.
2 giveaways. So big thank you again to Qua.
Tell him he's
Super cool of him. We already had 1 winner, and now we're about to have a second. So very much appreciate it. Yes, second of 2. This is 2 of 2. Have you ever played Outer Worlds? I have. What were your thoughts on it? I really enjoyed it. The whole game was like a solid 8 out of 10. The DLC, by the way, it's important to mention, is a lot better. Especially the last DLC. Fantastic. Fantastic. But I would say with the best way to talk about Outer Worlds is it was kind of Obsidian going out for a total it was Obsidian's first all Obsidian immersive FPS game, and I feel like it was technically pretty darn good. It was overall pretty fun, but I really would have liked to have seen them take a lot more risks and make it a lot deeper. I feel like it was a very safe game. So my hope is that in Outer Worlds 2 and Avowed, they're gonna take it to the next level, which we all know Obsidian's capable of it. I mean, they Pillars of Eternity is awesome. The last DLC for Outer Worlds is awesome. So my thinking is that Outer Worlds was kind of like the let's make sure our foundation is rock solid before we try to get too crazy with things. Because in some ways it was kind of a step back for Obsidian in terms of the main story being really interesting and the world being developed and the mechanics being developed. So Outer Worlds is good. I like it. It's a very good game. But a lot of Obsidian games are great games. And I don't feel like Outer Worlds is really that great game that Obsidian is known for. I'm really hoping Outer Worlds 2 is going to be that game, and I have very high hopes for Avowed as well. So we'll see how they do. The good news on that is the last stuff they made for Outer Worlds was the best stuff. In fact, I like the story in the last DLC better than the main story of the base game. So considering their last step was their best step, I'm relatively optimistic. Big congrats to Matahashi, and thank you again to Qua. Really appreciate it. Awesome. Again, Matahashi, please keep an eye on your whispers. The amazing, phenomenal Penguin Nuriel will be sending you a message soon to get all the details and such, and thank you for watching. Okay, now we got to get this guy out of jail. By the way, it looks like we are not going to be finishing this today, so we will probably return to this, I think, tomorrow afternoon. We're going to do Prey tomorrow morning. We'll probably return to this tomorrow afternoon.
Keeping watch.
Wait. I love this walking loading screen. Damn, these places are nasty. Full of baddies. Oh, we gotta go right behind. We have to take them out. Woo! Okay. Put y'all over here. Maybe your last chance for the serial killer quest? I haven't been pinged on any serial killer stuff. Nothing yet. Maybe we'll get like a notification or something soon.
So you can play bad cop, worse cop, huh? What do you think this is, the 1980s? Like those old documentaries? The journalists aren't the revolution, man. We're just augmenting the message. And the message, it's still out there.
Primus,
it's
is
on
that
the
you?
streets. It's over the airwaves. It's spreading online.
My God, just screaming at nobody.
Faceless skull buckets. Maybe you're thinking you're fighting for your own team.
All these other people are like, oh, shut up.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Cops! You still up there? The press! What? You! I knew it, man! I knew you were one of them all along!
Do I look like I'm one of them?
I can feel my hands right now, but if I could run a search for shadowy extra-government agent on the net, pretty sure it's all you.
Fair point. What happened? You pulled a Freedom of Information speech on the state police?
Ha fucking ha. They didn't wait for a speech, man. Lesson learned. Smash the state before the state smashes your nose.
Little K asked me to
Smash
get
the
you out.
state, nice reference.
She's the K now, man. I'm a liability to Sammy's dad.
She cares about you, Yarrick. She didn't want to leave you or Bones behind.
Always was a cool cat, man. One of the good ones. She wrote The Wheels Come Off 16 years ago, and the conspiracies just keep checking out. Everything except the gray aliens, but who's to say that's not a metaphor?
If she wrote the book,
I don't believe in authorial intent.
I might have known you wouldn't keep your heads down during the riots.
This is what a radical news source lives for, man. Lives and dies for. But the helmets on the streets, the extreme peacekeeping, that's not about the Golem riots. How are the Augs gonna get over here? Carpool? No. Someone, somewhere wanted the cops to clean house in Prague. And this is just the beginning. What if they could call martial law anywhere, anytime? Cops without borders.
That's your prediction, huh?
You can take it to the bank, man. The Palisade Property Bank.
You told me you were a liability to Samizdat. How do you figure that?
Because the cops burn me, man. Exposure is death. They didn't have to ask a single question. Just took my DNA off their knuckles. My high school dropout date, my sister's parking tickets, my darknet proxies. Oral cemetery.
Oral cemetery?
They didn't get a lot of mainstream airplay. Anyway, a little case shouldn't have
This is
sent
banned.
Sammy's dad has to be bigger than any man or woman.
Samizdat is bigger than you now, Yarrick. The resistance reached
Oral
further than you
cemetery.
planned for.
Nice.
You want to fall on your sword? There's a better place to do it than in a holding cell.
Whoa, whoa, you know I use the term liability real broadly.
I warned you about picking a fight with Picus. They've got a lot invested in protecting the message.
Would I be talking to you now if Pikers had got to us? I mean, does Eliza Gassan have a sense of humor? All those bombs going off lately. What's one more in the sewers? BTW? Those are all rhetorical questions.
BTW?
You don't say.
But they're trying, man. Bones heard the cops talking about extraordinary rendition. What a wonderful connected world we live in, when they can pin an acronym on you, ARC, NSF, who gives a rat's ass, and ship you off to a black site on the UN's credits.
Just how many states are you an enemy of?
All the corporate ones.
Okay.
There's a way out of Prague for you both. The Samizdat resistance has organized everything. We just need to keep our heads down and get to the cleaners nearby.
The cleaners. Irony. Wait, you mean going through the cops?
It's bad out there right now. Keep your heads down and don't leave here until I tell you to. I'll be back.
Okay, I get it.
Good. I'm gonna take another look outside.
So I figure we should clear this for him. Should we like clear everything between us and the God. Oh, there's no need to clear? So what should I do? Just tell him to play it cool with the cops? The cop uniform? We'll do that. Let's do that.
The press wants to be... Samizdat saw all this coming.
There's a police locker in the corner that should be stocked with uniforms. Find something that fits and try to look convincing. We need the cops to think you're one of them. Good. It's time to go.
They don't look bad.
Move that story, please. Good-looking cop. It's sad to see the place like this.
Cut that last part on the second step.
It's sad to see the place like this.
This far. Where is it?
So let's make it fast.
Shit.
I think we can finesse the evacuation plan.
You got any photos for this piece?
Long live Samizdat.
Let's drop this.
Good.
Yes, exit plans, man, exit plans. Always be making them. We worked this contingency plan out when we started Samizdat. Didn't think it would actually come to this, though.
No one thought it would be like this. You're gonna need these documents where you're going, wherever that is.
I hear Paris is the best place to have a revolutionary agenda these days. If you want to come along, you can be the muscle. Well, whatever your arms are made of, the stuff they use on space shuttles.
No can do. I've got a previous engagement I really can't miss.
Right, with the cardboard box company.
Watch yourself out there, Kay.
Kay? Kay is Kazdi, man. Kay is everyone. You're part of it now.
Okay. We good. Well, that was fun. Guys, I gotta go. Hope y'all have been enjoying our Mankind Divided run. It's been a blast. I am out of here for now. I'll be back tonight for Stasis, which I'm actually really looking forward to playing. It's been a game I've been looking forward to playing for a long time. We've got a new one coming out maybe later this year, next year, and Stasis is the original. So we're going to be starting Stasis tonight and checking that out. Then tomorrow morning, we're going to be firing up Prey. So I hope to see you for that too. All right, friends, I will see you all a little later. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.